The cameras on our smartphones have advanced way too much in these past years, almost to the point where they come really close to a point and shoot or maybe even a DSLR camera. But yet, there's a myth that floats around in the community that great pictures can only be taken from an expensive DSLR camera with an expensive lens. Well, that's not true at all. While the smartphone cameras won't match a Red Epic or say even your expensive Sigma lenses, but trust me, they are more than good enough to take some superb images. You just need to know a few tips and tricks to improve your smartphone photography game, and that is what I am here for today. So let's jump into the top 5 basic tips and tricks to instantly improve your smartphone photography. Before starting with the video, always remember that the major reason for an amazing picture is an amazing eye at the perfect time and not your equipment. So kicking things off with tip number 1, stop using flash. As weird as this may sound, but taking pictures without flash can instantly improve your pictures, especially while using flash while a decent amount of light is already present. It can ruin your image. As soon as the flash hits your subject, it would expose the subject in a not so decent way and underexpose the background, resulting in a very unbalanced image that you won't be able to use at all anywhere. So you may lose a lot of definition in the overall image as well and ruin it completely. Trust me, no flash unless it's pitch dark, and you'll see the results by yourself. Trick number 2. Level the camera. By leveling the camera, I mean get the camera on the same level as the subject. For beginners, it's a great trick, but for professionals, they can level the camera above or under the subject to make dramatic shots. But this video isn't focused on professionals. This video is more for the people who are getting into smartphone photography or are just casual photographers. So keeping the camera on the same level of the subject makes a huge improvement in the overall look and feel of the image. Also make sure that the camera lines in perfectly with the horizon, meaning that the camera should be completely parallel to the ground and not tilting towards the sides. This will indeed make a good impact on your overall image, and your image will look drastically much more structured and well thought. Tip number 3. Use HDR. Now HDR, for the ones who don't know, stands for High Dynamic Range. Every smartphone out there has this feature built in. Using HDR combined with the above tips and tricks will really help you enhance the overall look of the image. All HDR does is that it increases the dynamic range of the image by taking 2 or more pictures at the same time and stitching them together. My best suggestion would be to keep it on at all times if your phone's HDR shooting is super quick. It's always best to have it on at all times. The only downside to this is that you might need to keep the camera completely still for about a full second, or else it would result in an image that comes out shaky and blurry. But it's well worth a try. Give it a shot. Number 4. Be near a light source. Now this goes without saying. Lighting is the key to photography. It can either make or break an image no matter how good the subject is. Make sure to be near a light source at all times, say a big window, and shoot against the light. Don't keep your light source and your subject in the frame at the same time. That would completely wreck the entire thing. It's best to use natural light because it's rich and free, but if not, LED lights can do just fine in a not so well lit area. Tip number 5. Learn how to edit. Being able to edit can add an extra flair to your photography. Editing, or better yet color grading, can completely change the look and feel of an image. For editing, I'd suggest apps like Snapseed and Pixlr. These are probably the 2 best industry-leading smartphone editing apps. You can make your images look like a calm winter morning or a cozy summer afternoon with a few adjustments here and there. You can obviously do more than just that, and the possibilities are endless. The download links to all these apps will be in the description down below. By the way guys, feel free to tweet me some of your amazing before and after smartphone photography pictures after this video. I'll be more than interested to see if my video helped you guys or not. My Twitter handle will be @BigBadDroid, or else posting it on Instagram and tagging me there will also do the trick. My Instagram handle is also @BigBadDroid, and the links will be in the description down below. And before going, here are 3 quick bonus tips. Number 1. Go full manual. If your smartphone has the option to shoot in manual mode, then go for it. Take full control over the camera, but this is more for the advanced level photographers out there. You can mess around with the ISO, shutter speed, white balance, and a lot more in order to get the perfect look of your image. Number 2. Zoom in by walking towards the subject and not digitally zooming into it. Zooming in would take away a lot of details of the image if done digitally. it's better to walk up to the subject and retain all those details. You always want your images to be sharp and clean instead of grainy, blurry and shaky. Number 3. Use the rule of thirds. Try using the rule of thirds in photography. It's a very simple trick to enhance the overall image composition. Just simply put your subject on one of the 4 intersections on your 3x3 grid on your camera screen, and it might sound simple, but it creates a huge impact. This trick is also used by all the professional photographers out there, so make sure to give this one a try. Alright guys, I hope this video added up to your knowledge, and if you enjoyed, consider subscribing and leaving a like. And as always, I'll catch you guys later.